Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Hunter Gatherer channel. And today is November 12th, and I've been waiting for today for a week. It's 10 till 5. I just heard my lovely wife's alarm clock go off. She's getting up to go to work. But I'm getting up because I'm going to the woods. I haven't been to the woods in almost a week. I went out Saturday with Joy for crossbow, and it's just been crazy, so we haven't gotten out. But today, I'm going back up to the public land that I was at the other day when I got a shot on that nice buck, and I'm going to go try to catch up to him or his buddy that came into 70 yards and wouldn't commit. So, I'm going to head up there, and today I'm going to implement a little bit of doe and estrus, which I never usually use, and I just want to see if it does the trick. I'm going to take a little drag rope and drag a couple different trails in to about 20 yards in front of my stand location and see if they get in. So let's see if this doe and estrus works. All right, got my boots on, got everything on. I even washed the Lucky Alaska Fish on Charters cap. I'm feeling it. Feeling like something could happen. Got a cold snap. Yesterday it was supposed to rain all day, but it only rained first thing in the morning. And there's a front pushed in, and it's gonna be a high of 50 today. It's been 75 degrees, so got a 25 degree temperature change, and it's like 36 out right now. So I think it's gonna be a good day. We'll see. Gonna stay all day in the woods and hopefully drag something out. Let's get up there. Headed out of town. Just got about 5 minutes to drive, and then hiking up that hill, about a mile or so. I was going to bring a decoy. I've got just a pop-out decoy, Montana Decoys makes, and I've only used it once or twice. That last week, that buck, that really nice darker horn buck, he came up to 70 yards and he was just searching down that hill looking for me. We're looking for whatever was rattling and making the rub on the tree and stuff, and he would not commit. I think if there was something down there that he would have seen, he would have come in. So that's why I was thinking about the decoy, but I got enough stuff I'm packing in, and I'm hoping that the doe and estrus will be enough to draw them in instead of needing a decoy as well. So we'll see if the doe and estrus does the ticket, and some rattling and grunting and things like that should help draw their interest. So no decoy today. Maybe another day. There's a couple doe next to the road. Maybe another day we'll bring the decoy, and hopefully we'll get a actual live decoy. Maybe some beautiful little lady will come walking through there and bring the big boy in. Let's just hope. All right, let's get up there.
It's 5:28, and it took me 9 minutes to get to the top of the first hill, or the main ascent. And now I kind of side bank it. I got up there, running the headlamp. I figure I'll turn to a red light when I get closer. And I saw eyeballs just for a second. I looked back in that direction, it was gone. Turned the corner, and the wind's in my face. And that buck smelled all rutted up. Hopefully he runs over towards where I'm going. But he definitely had his musk cologne on. I don't know if it's musk, Old Spice, whatever that old man was wearing. He really had it lathered on. All right. When I get about 2/3 of the way up, I'm going to implement the old Warzox fresh dough and heat. Drag it up to my stand and walk down to a scrape that's about 200 yards away. And drag it up from there too. And then I'm going to get in my stand. Hopefully I'm there just before daylight. Alright, see you there.
Hey everybody, I am in place. Sometimes it goes smoothly and sometimes it goes like this morning did. It wasn't terrible till I got to the tree. I did my scent drag thing. I got up into the tree. I was all tangled up in my bow pull-up rope. Finally got up here, got in place, got everything unraveled, started putting everything up. And my climbing rope and my bow were all tangled together. So I was trying to bring my bow and my backpack up at the same time. And in my mind I said, don't pop all those arrows off. And about a half a second later, all my arrows popped off except for one. Which would have been fine, but then I thought, I don't know if it's a good idea to only have one. If I did happen to miss and get a second shot. So rappelling I go down the rope and then climb back up again. But now I'm in place. I've got everything hanging kind of the way I want it. And it's time to see what happens. Might start doing a little bit of calling sequences and just see how it goes. But we're in the tree. And it's a little chilly, and that's good. Like 36 degrees, 37. And starting to hear animals wake up. I've heard the turkeys and I've heard some squirrels, and the birds are starting to chirp. And got a little bit of a wind, which is good. Hopefully the bucks will be coming in. Like I said, I did see one for a split second and I smelled him. Man, whew. Hopefully he comes over this way. All right. Hopefully we have an eventful day. We'll see.
came back. I thought maybe I should shoot him. He just didn't give me a good opportunity the second time. He's still sticking around over there. He's not sure what's going on. He's kind of walking away now. See you later, buddy. I called Joy after he went through the first time. I said, kind of second guessing it. It's just tough when you see a really big one. 2 in one day to shoot that guy. But if it was between him and no meat in the freezer, I'd pick him. Alright, it's about a little after 8. First deer encounter, besides the one that I saw in the dark. Both bucks. Just looking for a doe to cruise through that's got a bunch of bucks behind her. Got a 6 point coming in. I thought that was that same 8 point again, but it was a 6 pointer. They're definitely in search for the ladies. Let's just hope those big boys shows up. Alright. Hang the bow back up. It's exciting. Pulling out all the stops. You know, the doe and estrus can. Sometimes you can bleat them in, sometimes you can grunt them in, sometimes you can rattle them in. Doing a little different call sequence every half hour or so. Seen 2 bucks so far. We'll try the can. Ooh, sounds good. We'll call it good on that. About 6 years ago, I was hunting on my dad's property, and it sounded like some guy was walking through the woods with one of those, just blah, 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 blah. Like, oh my gosh. Give it a rest, dude, you know? I finally climbed down out of my tree because I thought maybe it was somebody hunting on the property that shouldn't have been there. And I started walking that way. I was getting closer and closer, and then this doe jumped up and took off. So I don't know if there's a right or a wrong way to use that. I usually just do like 3 or 4, and then give it a rest. But that day, that doe was going crazy. It's good to have a little bit of wind coverage, and that way you know the wind's going where it says it's supposed to. But it's hard to hear the deer walking in the leaves when the leaves are rustling the whole time. I don't know. I guess hopefully the next time I pop the camera on, it's because I'm videoing another deer coming in. We'll see. It's about 11:30, and all I've seen is those 2 bucks. I'm tempted to get down and move across the gully and on the other side, just because I haven't been there in a couple weeks. We just got our first bit of sunshine today. It's been pretty overcast. Just got a little pocket, a little hole up there that can let the sun come through for a second. Got myself a little morning snack. I always bring apples to the woods with me. I don't know. I know there's deer in here moving around. They're just not right here right now, so it makes you wonder if you should go somewhere else, but they might pop through. I did a rattling sequence about 15 minutes ago. Didn't get any action from it. I don't know, I'm either thinking of the other side of the gully or going to check that little spot with all the oaks that I saw those 18 deer the one day. Just to see if it looks like they've been eating over there. The last time I was there I got over there and I moved and there was a buck tending to scrape. So maybe that's a good spot. And I can stay right up high here and cut across instead of dropping down around. I don't know. For now, I'm just going to sit right here, enjoy my apple, and hope something decides to skate through. So, I'll let you know. Well, it's 11:40. I figured it's lunchtime, and then I'm gonna head across, I think, after that. Told Joy I made my own ham sandwich this morning, or last night. I stuffed it in the backpack where I had room, and it's kind of all folded up. It's kind of weird, but it's a new sandwich roll-up. I think is what they're going to call them. It's all the craze in the deer hunting woods. This baggie's probably louder than it should be, but the leaves are blowing around a little bit, so it'll be all right. So I'm going to eat this sandwich and then get down. I told my dad I passed up at 8 Point, and he said, "What'd you do that for?" So I said, "I'm looking for the big one." that I missed the other day, or the one that came back by. He's like, well, you could shoot them during gun season. Oh, it's just a little bit more of a trophy with the bow, I guess. But I do need to think about putting a tag on something, so we'll see if a medium-sized 8-point walks by later, then you might be in trouble. So we'll see. All right. Lord, thank you for this food, and thank you for this day, this time in the woods, and your beautiful creation. Thank you for the opportunity at that 8-point this morning, and I'm thankful you brought him by. And what a neat little thing it was to see him and just hanging out in his territory. I pray that you will bless the rest of the hunt, keep me safe, and just help me focus on you while I'm out here. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, it's lunchtime. Not a whole lot of success this morning. It was $2. And I think I'm going to go walk over to where that oak flat was. I'm going to try to go real slow and just kind of watch, maybe do some grunting on the way. If I happen to have any action on the ground, that'll work out, but I just won't get great footage. And then, if it doesn't look like they've been working that very much, I think I'm gonna go across the gully, try a spot over there, just to rattle and grunt a little bit. And then I might go try a ground blind that I've got. This is a good spot. We've seen 4 or 5 different bucks in this area, so I just don't want to overhunt one spot. And I know there's a lot of different spots that they could be, so that's kind of my reason for the decision. There's a spike right there. Just kind of cruising this bank, it looks like. There he goes. Saw a couple deer down the bank over here. Grunted a couple times. They started working their way across. I couldn't tell if it was a spike and a large doe. I thought I saw horns on the one, but it wasn't a big rack. Guess I'm going to keep on working my way that way. It's 2 o'clock. This is the deal. I just saw the buck that I shot last week in the leg. If you didn't see that video, you have to go back to it. I'll put it in the bottom in the description. But combination of buck fever, trying to rush things, thinking he's going to get away, and not used to being in a tree, not aiming high enough so that when it went through the cross of the body, it would hit the vitals. I aimed in the crease where I normally do, and I think I dropped a little. It was his rookie move. Anyway, so I just saw him a little bit ago. He looked like he was headed up towards that stand, or towards that tree that I was in. So I'm cutting back across. I think my game plan is I'm going to stay low and cut all the way across to that draw that I'm sitting right at the, I would usually sit at the top of. And I'm going to go right back up that tree. I think. I'm just going to sit it out till dark. I could have just stayed in there, but then I wouldn't have seen that buck. So he was working 2 scrapes there. 1 or 2. I don't know. I know he was at least working one of them. But they both look like they were hit the same time here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut across here and angle towards the scrape that I think he worked the other day. Maybe I just stay down that way instead of getting up in the tree, but we'll see.
Hey everyone, that is the end of this video. I don't know if I lost a couple of clips or not. I had another 8-point come by. The very end of this video was a small 8-point that came up through. He was like roaring at this or growling at this doe and pushing her around, and then she finally got away from him and he went the other way. He snort wheezed at me, I snort wheezed back. Um, anyway, it was an okay hunt. I think I saw like 4 bucks, but nothing that I really wanted to shoot. And I was glad to see the big buck that I had hit in the leg a week before. I knew he wasn't really terribly wounded, mortally, fatally, whatever, wounded. Um, but it is just good to be able to see that he is alive and walking around. He was making a scrape, probably chasing some does, seeking some anyways. So I got the camera out, tried to get a video of him, but I didn't. When I got the camera out, he had moved. He was staring at me between some trees from about 50 yards away, and I first wasn't sure, but then I could tell he turned his head. When he was looking straight at me, I couldn't see antlers, but it was because his spread is pretty wide. He's got to be 20 plus inches, and his antlers were both hidden by the 2 trees that were to the right and left of him, so I couldn't see him until he turned his head and I saw that bright white tall frame. Anyway, I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying these videos. I'd love comments if you'd leave them. That's about it. Hopefully you're enjoying them. I'm going to keep bringing them out. Right now we're working on trying to put a video out on Mondays and Thursdays. I do have about 30 videos to edit through regular season and muzzleloader season. So it might be that I start to put out a couple more than the 2, but mainly Mondays and Thursdays. If you're looking for one, that's when they'll be out. Hopefully you've subscribed to the channel. I think we're up to like 210 subscribers right now, so that's pretty cool. We're trying to hit that 1,000 mark, but I think that we might be looking at doing a giveaway to get us up to the 500 mark. So look for a video on that and the information on what we're going to be giving away. If Joy watches this, Joy, we kind of talked about it, but we haven't. I haven't made the purchase yet. So anyway, we're trying to get up to that 1,000 mark. We're slowly climbing. It might take a while, but I do appreciate everybody that has subscribed and everybody that's coming and watching the videos and taking time out of their busy schedule. So that being said, that hunt is over. I think I saw 4 or 5 different bucks and a couple of doe, and I'm just looking for the next time that I can pull the trigger on, draw that bow back and release an arrow, and it's coming, so be ready. That's it. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. We definitely appreciate it. We hope that you're enjoying the videos. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, please, if you would. And I guess that's it. We love you very much. We hope that you had a great Christmas. We hope that you're looking forward to a new year, and we're praying for opportunity to be able to get with friends and family, and hopefully this COVID stuff is gonna slowly start to trickle away, and we can get back to somewhat normalcy. So that's it. We love you. God loves you, and we will see you on the next one. Hope you're enjoying them. See you later. Hey, I wanted to throw one more thing in here. I've had people comment and say, you need a camera guy or girl, a camera person, a camera operator. Anyway, I just wanted to show you something. This is the camera. You've seen it probably, maybe. A Sony AX53, I think it's called. Yep. Anyway, you see that screen right there? It's about the third of the size of my camera screen. And when it's sitting about 3-4 feet away from you and you're trying to look at that little bitty screen at something past you, Well, I'm working on it. But as you see in these videos, I'll have it in the screen, and then all of a sudden, boom, it disappears. And I aim higher or lower, and I'm getting frustrated just watching it, trying to edit them, like ducking my head, like, look low, look low. Anyway, that is what's going on. This is the camera we've got, the big camera. So I know there's better ones out there. I'm kind of maybe a little bit disappointed in the purchase. It does do pretty good quality, but I think I can get an external monitor, like a bigger screen, which I might consider. And I also have been thinking about maybe in a year or two, depending on how well we do, if I get better at doing this video thing, maybe buying a mirrorless, like DSLR style camera, and getting an external monitor for that. You can get a bigger, like 6 or 7 inch monitor, so you can see a lot better. So I'm considering maybe that. I'm not purchasing anything anytime soon. So hopefully I just get better at videoing. We'll see. But that's that. I know. Sometimes the video could be better. Sometimes I could put the deer in the area. Point taken. Duly noted. Thank you for your suggestions. I'm going to try better. Okay, that's it. Love you guys. See ya.